Recruiter here to review your resumes, and the resume we have up first is a real stinker. This person has been applying for jobs for over a year and got interviews at only 4 places, 0 offers, over 1,000 applications for 4 interviews. So this is a bad resume, and this person is trying to be a full stack software developer. So what we need for a full stack software developer is degree, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. Sorry, I did not stutter. TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. Look at me. TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. If you do not have that in the first line of your first bullet point under your first experience, you are probably going to get rejected. But Lee, X means Y. TypeScript means clearly that it doesn't matter. If you do not have TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, 90% of companies are going to reject you. Then we need RESTful API or REST API, SQL, any, cloud, any, backend, preferably Python in the US, while Java in the EU. That is actually something I've noticed, is that the EU seems more Java rather than Python, while the US is more Python. C#.NET works as well. React, React.js, Angular, Node.js, Vue.js, DevOps, CI/CD, Agile, Git, and that other stuff. So recruiters only have 20 seconds to find what we need. I will not be able to find it in 20 seconds because this resume gets 4 interviews for every 250 applications, which your goal should be 1 interview per 50 applications at a minimum, and when people follow my advice, they get an average of 1 interview per 7 applications. So this is bad. So I'm not going to be able to find what I need in 20 seconds, but let's see what I can, and I can explain to you why this resume is garbage. Not the person, the resume. The resumes are not you. You are not your resume. Yeah, you're actually not your resume. All right, 20 seconds on the clock. And go. Formatting's atrocious. An API, that's not what I'm looking for. I need REST API. This has nothing to do with software engineering. Extended Shopify by using React. Hamburger, GraphQL, hamburger, Node, hamburger, remix, hot dog. And don't care. That one's actually nice. And time. I did not find what I need, and this person would get yeeted and deleted. So you may be asking, Lee, what are you talking about? Look at this right here. Look at this. This is everything you wanted. This is JavaScript. This is TypeScript. This is blah, 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 blah. No, it's not. So recruiters are not keyword hunting. These are keywords, which are what the hiring team needs. These are keywords, but qualification hunting. And a qualification is one of these that shows how you did it, and the non-technical reasons you did it, and where you did it. So in this case, under a job. This might as well not exist. I understand everybody loves their skill sections, but skill sections are superfluous at best. At worst, they are actively harmful. Because look, I needed everything here, but guess what? Because you did not tell me how you used it, because you did not tell me the reason you used it, because you did not tell me what you used, guess it's irrelevant. It does not matter. So you do not want a skill section, you need to put it here. Like, yeah, and the first bullet point and the second one and the third one has a bunch of hot dogs. So I want you to imagine that you're hungry. You go to a restaurant and you say, I want a cheeseburger with pickles. And they say cheeseburger with pickles, and you say, yep, cheeseburger with pickles. So they go, okay, we're going to get you that. So 5-10 minutes later, they come back with a hot dog with pickles on it and cheese, and they give it to you, and they say, here is your hamburger. And you go, this is a hot dog. I wanted a hamburger. And they say, well, a hot dog has meat just like a hamburger. A hot dog has buns just like a hamburger. A hot dog can't have cheese and pickles just like a hamburger. So when you wanted a hamburger, what you actually meant was this hot dog. You would look at them like they were crazy, and you would walk away without paying, because that is what you actually did. Lead API development. I'm looking for RESTful API or REST API, not just regular API. Hot dog. Integrating customer management and commerce platform, contributing to 12-point growth. Hot dog. Extended default Shopify functions by building customer apps using React, GraphQL, and Node. actually good. The problem is you did not tell me how you did it or the business reasons you did it. But that is not a hot dog. That is a keywords but not qualifications. So this hot dog, this keywords but not qualifications. Second one, or third one, design and document an internal deployment pipeline to improve version control. Cool, that is a hot dog. That is adjacent to what I want, but it is not what I want. Held discussions with key stakeholders to understand core requirements and translate those into concrete software systems. Cool. That's actually a very good description of what you did. But again, that's the one where I need a keyword. So you messed up on all of these in different ways. The first one is a bunch of hot dogs. The second one is hamburgers, but you did not tell me the non-technical reasons you used that or how you used it. And the third one is you actually told me the business reasons you did it correctly, but you didn't tell me what you did. So this is why you're struggling. This is why you're getting 0 interviews. Also, your formatting is bad. You want to use this formatting. This is the formatting. It's on my website. The link is below. That's the one you want to use. But even with good formatting, these bullet points are bad. And like formatting, you can get a job with bad formatting, right? Like the big part is the bullet points, and this does not have it. Also, let's see. You have a career switch. What do you mean IT career switch online? Was this like a boot camp? I don't know what this was. Also, why do I care that you have these? Why do I care that you have a master's in human rights? I don't, which I hate saying because that's really important, but not important for being a software engineer. And then down here, you also don't have it. So yeah, I need you to delete this and start again. I need you to look at it like this. I need you to write it like this. I need the keywords in the bullet points that show me how you did it and the business reasons you did it. And then I need you to be very clear about this degree. I think it's a boot camp because you say online, but maybe this is like a 2-year. I don't know. This is very confusing to me. And if they're confused by it, they're not going to move forward with it. So this is why this resume has gotten 4 interviews in a year after over 1,200 applications. That is why it's bad. But if anybody ever needs more help, you can go to my live stream. That's where I review these. That's where I pick people to review resumes for every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST on twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter and right here on YouTube. And to my members who are supporting me, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. They get access to videos early, and you can join in the link below. But thank you very much for supporting me. I really appreciate it. And let's go to the next resume. This is a resume of a Java backend engineer. So, for a Java software engineer, what we need is Java, Spring, Spring Boot, Maven, SDLC, SQL, RESTful API or REST API, microservices, CI/CD, object-oriented programming, Git, Linux, Unix, Agile, Scrum, Cloud, architecting or systems work, hibernating, Docker, Kubernetes, Kafka, and rare but nice to have, full stack, which is going to be different than a full stack. This is JavaScript, React, Angular, and Vue, DevOps, and RabbitMQ. So this person, is this good or garbage? I don't know. They said, the job I'm working at is pivoted from backend to game development. That's a weird pivot for a company. That's not your fault or anything. I'm just like, that's a wild pivot from backend development to game development. And as such, I have a good amount of C# language using Godot, whatever, developing custom libraries. I have a feeling this is useless for finding the role I want. Unfortunately, it is. C# isn't, but Godot and all those other things probably irrelevant. So I would not include them. C# you can include, though. I don't have numbers yet for this resume since I made it recently, but I've gotten very few interviews or screens. So this is a new one. Let's see if their new one is good. I have to redo this because chat is on screen. You know what? No, we're not reviewing it. We're not removing that. We're keep going. So, all right. Let's keep going. Maybe I could have the person that I'm reviewing be in chat. I wonder if people would like that or not, so that they could type in while I'm reviewing it. But anyway, so 20 seconds on the clock. Can I find this? I don't know. Let's find out. And go. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, good. Built a location-based timekeeping platform in Spring Boot, Java, PostgreSQL. Good. Design REST API. Okay, good. Architecture. JUnit. No. Deploy cloud storage. What cloud? Docker. No. Let a small team of text platform using TypeScript can be useful. PostgreSQL, React, and time. So, if you noticed, this is why this format is great. Is I was able to get all the way down here. Which is about as far as you're probably going to be able to get in most resumes, is midway or the first part of the second job. So this is why this formatting works. No complaints on their formatting. Bullet point wise, this resume doesn't work. It's not garbage, delete it, never, start again. It's just I'm kind of missing a lot of what I need. And I am closing in on when I have to redo these keywords. I try to redo them every 3 months because that's as much as I can do. But, you started off strong, right? You told me what you did. You used Spring Boot, Java, PostgreSQL. I would actually prefer you say Java first. So Java, Spring Boot, PostgreSQL. And you told me exactly what you did here, so this is great. I don't have any complaints with it. Then we have design RESTful APIs, okay, and architecture, okay, good. And then there's nothing else. This part, that's kind of the problem, is each bullet point needs a minimum of 3 keywords. This only has 2. This has 0. This has at least 1. 2. This has 2. And then we go down to here, and this has 1, 2, 3. This actually has 3. But again, I would still want to see Java. So the problem is there's just not enough. Normally, when people mess up on is they mess up on the non-technical reasons. You did those correct. I don't see any problem with this. This is one of the few resumes where you do actually just want to plug and chug these keywords into there. So I would just take these, throw them into those in the beginning of the sentence, and you're pretty good. Because remember, we want a minimum of 3, maximum of 6, and you just didn't get enough. You had architecting, you had Git, you had Java, but I need more than 5, 6, 7 of these. I need 75%. And remember, when you say cloud, what kind of cloud? Is it AWS? Is it Azure? Is it GCP? I don't know. So overall, this would get rejected, but it's not going to take you an incredibly long time to fix. Next resume. This is a resume of a cybersecurity engineer. What we need is degrees, certifications. Misspelled that. Cloud, AWS, scripting, automation, Python, Bash, PowerShell, CM, tools, Splunk, NIST, CSF, special publications, vulnerability management, endpoint detection and response, EDR, firewalls, IDS, IPS, IAM, incident response, IR, Linux, Windows, OSS, SDLC, which is software development lifecycle. OSS is, I have no idea. Encryption, risk management, risk assessment, and threat modeling. That was quite a lot. So this person says they are currently looking for a cybersecurity engineer role after they graduate. They have some time, but they want to get the resume right so they can focus on the prep for the engineers. Here's the keywords that I found at about 20 JDs, which I think you're pretty correct on those. There was another cybersecurity person in chat, and they also agreed that was pretty similar. So good job on finding these keywords. Now let's see if you actually put them in correctly. 20 seconds on the clock. And we don't have this person's ratio, but that's chat. Why do I keep putting chat in every single time? All right. And stopwatch. 20 seconds and go. Okay, good. Okay, good. CompTI. Worked with security operations team to maintain infrastructure using SEM, Splunk, and endpoint detection and response. Okay, wrote Python, Bash, and PowerShell. Scripts on Linux and Windows to automate negative security with OPRF faster. Okay. Precision incident response by analyst threats, companies. I don't think that's enough keywords. Supported cloud and time. So, if you were a senior security engineer, I would be able to give you more time. The problem is entry-level people are a dime a dozen. So for a senior security engineer, cybersecurity, I could probably give you 40 seconds. For this, I would not. Now, again, is this an awful, no good, disgusting resume? No, it's not that bad. But there are a couple of flaws in it that I have. That made my glasses worse. Great. So, first off, this is really wordy. You have to be very, very conscientious of how wordy your keyword, your sentences are going to be for a role that is this technically deep. Like, you really, really, really want to be concerned with this, because this is a long sentence. Like, yes, this does reach the maximum, which is 3 lines. But if you're a cybersecurity person, there IDSP, IPS, CM, EDR, Fortune 500, there's so many things here that they could lose their focus. So I would probably shrink this down. So I would say maybe worked with the security operations team, right? Using CM tools, Splunk, firewall, this, and endpoint detection and response to protect a Fortune. You don't want to say Fortune 500. Say our company's systems, networks, and data from threats. So this at least shrinks it a little bit. In fact, do we need to actually spell out intrusion detection and prevention? Because normally I would say yes, but the majority of roles I found, they only wanted IDS and IPS. Now again, you can double check this. I could be incorrect. I cannot be in everyone, but I want to make sure that we shrink this, because is endpoint detection important? Yeah, that's for EDR. Yeah, that is for EDR. Networks. In fact, I would say just our network companies' systems from threats, or our company's data from threats, or our company's networks. I don't think you need to say systems, data, and network, which I know that's what you did, but again, we want to shrink this down because this is a big sentence. Then wrote Python, Bash, PowerShell scripts on Linux, Unix, systems to automate repetitive security tasks. See, do we need repetitive security tasks? Can't we just say systems to help our security team work faster? Like, do we need their focus, their time? We could just say this. Because remember, I want to shrink this. This is a lot. This is an awful lot, especially because this is an internship that you were there for like 3 months and there are 5 bullet points. Like, if you've been at a job for 5 years, yeah, go ahead, 5 bullet points, that's fine. But you're an intern. You probably should get 3 max. Supported cloud and Azure by performing vulnerabilities. Assessments. The problem is this only has 1 keyword that I can find, or 2 keyword, 1 which is cloud security. So you're going to need more here, right? This can be done. Documented security. See, I do like this one, but like, again, there's not enough. This is like only 1 thing, which is communicate non-technical findings. And that's the single job. Like, there's no way I'm going to get down to here. Now, this stuff probably isn't relevant, so it's not a worry, but I need more. And I need you to shrink it. Again, this is not an awful, disgusting resume. This will probably get you some interviews, but you really, really, really want to be cognizant of how difficult it is to read all this stuff in 20 seconds. So, next resume. This is a full stack software engineer who may not entirely be invincible. Title drop. All right, I'm sorry. I'll stop. What we need for a full stack is, I already said this early in the video, so TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. We know what we need for that. Is this person getting interviews? They stated, hey Lee, this is my new resume. I'm using a TV show comic character, so it's anonymized. Yes. I took your advice, and I hope my bullet points have hamburgers with business reasons. I hope this can at least be a 1 in 25. My old resume was a 1 in 50. This resume is a bit too new to know the ratio. So let's find out. 20 seconds on the clock. And Go. Okay, good. Built an event-driven customer system using TypeScript, JavaScript, React, their comma, HTML, and CSS. Good. Deployed via Docker on AWS. Reducing appointment support tickets. Automated vendor payouts by creating a microservice in Go. This stores payment records in PostgreSQL and Stripe REST API. That's not bad. Built a CI/CD pipeline. Okay, so this isn't bad. Honestly, I'd rather you just say built a... Do I need an event-driven? Why don't you just say built a customer messaging system using TypeScript, JavaScript, comma, HTML, comma, CSS, and React, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, which is perfect, to reduce the amount of support tickets, right? You don't need to say appointment, just say reducing the amount of support tickets is fine. And again, I know some jobs want EC2. You never know if the person knows that, so if you need to put this in, put it in a parentheses. Brackets? The two little lines. You put it in the two little lines so that they know that it's on AWS, that. And honestly, this is already pretty good. I don't know if you need Docker. Like, there's not a ton of full stack jobs that are asking for it. It could be considered a nice to have. Honestly, I think you probably don't want it, at least in your first one. Automated vendor payouts by creating a microservice in Go. Again, are we looking for Go? I don't really think so. And I'd rather you just said something like created a vendor payout system using PostgreSQL, Stripe's RESTful API, and then I need more, because that's only 2. And again, I know there's some ones that say Go, but most of them are not going to. Built a CI/CD pipeline via GitHub Actions, creating React. You already mentioned React earlier. You don't need to mention it again here. Go. You already mentioned Go earlier. You don't mention here. And React Native, you already mentioned React. You don't need to mention it here. Alongside CrossFit ship features. So again, I like the non-technical reasons, but this only has 2 keywords, and I need 3. Like, maybe you could put in Docker, but even then I'd like something else. And if you notice, I kind of didn't get fully down here because it's very dense. Like, what am I missing? Let me go through it and see what I'm missing. So you have JavaScript, TypeScript, HTML, perfect. RESTful API, good. We have your degree, that counts. We have SQL. Yes, we do. We have cloud, that's good. I don't see the back end. I actually submitted somebody today, and they had the same problem, is I don't actually see the back end. Where's the Python, the C#.NET, or the Java? You're going to want one of those. Go is not enough. Like, again, I'm sure there are Go jobs, but they're very rare, and you really want to tailor it to, like, Python or Java. And I don't see that, and that's pretty critical. Where's React? I saw it. Don't see Angular, don't see Node, don't see Vue.js, don't see DevOps. I did see CI/CD, and I did see Git. So this is, again, enough to get some interviews, but I would like some of this stuff, and I'd like it to be a little bit clearer. Because you just, like, again, 3 keywords in the first one, 6 in the first one, perfect. Then you need one more here, you need one more here. And you already mentioned TypeScript here, so this only has 1. So you need another 2 over here. Not bad, though, and I will say you wrote a lot of this stuff correctly. And again, this is enough to get interviews, but I want to get you more interviews. The goal is you don't have to try as hard. That's my goal, to help you out. So that's all I can do for this one. Let's go to the next one. This is a resume of a back-end Python developer. This person said, I haven't put it out yet, so I don't know the ratio. It's brand new, just made it yesterday. What we need for a Python dev is Python, SQL, Docker, Cloud, RESTful API, REST API, Git, CI/CD, And then it breaks down at either two things. You want full stack or AI. Typically, those are the only two types of Python jobs, is a backend Python with full stack, which is different than a full stack developer with Python, or a Python AI developer. And the nice to have is Fast API Flask and Django. So, 20 seconds on the clock. Let's see what we got here. And go. Okay, why do I care about that? Why is the number there? Built a digital money tracker using asynchronous, don't care, Python, good, API, microservices, architecture, do, implementing OAuth RESTful to securely manage users' financial records. Containerized, who cares, the Linux backend using Docker, and deployed it to the cloud. What cloud? Time. This is like your third time, bro. I expect this to be better. Like, if somebody first time submits it, that's cool. They're not going to use the format. They're not going to get it. But this is like your third time. And why I told you last time to remove this, I thought. Why do I care that you have a boot camp when you've graduated with a bachelor's in tech? Also, your formatting is off. This does not quite look like this. And why do you need 5 bullet points for a project? You don't. No one needs 5 bullet points for a project. Like, this is so lengthy. It's definitely too lengthy. And, like, build a digital money tracker. Okay, good. That's actually good. Using Python and Fast API architecture. Implementing OAuth 2. Which I don't really care about. I do care about RESTful APIs to securely manage users' financial records. That part is fine. But again, I could have a little bit more here. Like, you don't need 5 bullet points for all this. You could built a digital money tracker using Python, PostgreSQL, Git, cloud, but you didn't tell me what kind of cloud, so you failed. Fast API and, I don't know, CI/CD, and REST APIs to manage users' financial records. Why do I care that you containerized? I don't. This resume is still filled with a lot of hot dogs. Why did you double up on this? You already mentioned SQL here. I don't need SQL here. What is Alembic? I don't know, and I don't care. None of this matters. None of this matters. You actually explained the technical reasons correctly. The non-technical reasons correctly. So to prevent data loss during CI/CD deployments is fine. Process financial using Redis, don't care. Pessimistic locking, don't care. Who cares? This is not relevant. And again, I'm being extra mean on this because this is like their third time. Like, none of this is relevant. Offloaded to celery? Who cares about celery? We're not eating food. I don't need this to be in my salad. Although celery is not usually in salad. And then we go down to here and built an AI search engine using a Python and Fast API microservice architecture, enabling users to query. Who cares about query? To retrieve from data personal vaults. Why does that matter? I don't know. This is very technical. This is overly done. It's hard to read, and you did not follow this formatting correctly. I need you to go back to the drawing board and fix it, because why this is your third time, I don't know what else to tell you if you're not going to take the advice, because this reads to me like you barely took the advice. I will say, and I will give you props, you did write the non-technical reasons correctly. When you did have them, those are written correctly. So that's all I can do for this video, and that's all I can do for this resume. Just want to thank you all for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and if you ever need help, you can join my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST on twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter and right here on YouTube. And to my members who get access to videos a little bit early, if you want to join, you can be a member by joining the link below. Just want to say thank you very much for supporting me. I really appreciate it. I am a small creator, and your support means a lot to me. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next resume.